Good morning, about 7:15. I'm heading out at Warren Camp towards Pemberton. Was a really nice night in the shelter last night. There was only one other person there and she was camping. So I had the shelter to myself. It rained for about 3/4 of the night. It's misty now, so maybe that's telling me it's going to be a nice day, hopefully. And even better news, my back is definitely on the improve, I think, touch wood. My leg jury's still out. I mean, it feels good, but it feels good most mornings. So we'll see how that goes as the day progresses. I'm going to take it pretty easy again into Pemberton today. It's about 20 k's, I think. And just let it kind of recover a bit, and hopefully in a couple of days it'll be good as gold. All right, I'll spin the camera and look at something else, eh? So willy weather is telling me I'm going to get showers today coming into Pemberton, and then most of the next week is looking good. Although I will have a rest day in Pemberton tomorrow. So, but after that, it looks like I'm going to have a fairly good run weather-wise up to Donnelly River Village, which will be good. Because last time I did that section, it was once again, it was flooded and it was pouring with rain. So it'll be nice to see it with maybe some blue sky. If there's any water there, I've got to have a swim at Pig Dog Rapids. So I remember that vividly from last time. It looked awesome. Well, no badgers this morning. Well, that would be something to see. Some of the birds are having a feed on the, well, they look like Banksia, but it's a big Banksia tree. I'm still walking along beside the Warren River down there to my left. For the most part, you can't see it, although I can here. Good news is this morning, while everything's wet, I'm not getting rained on. And the bush does look pretty nice. Nice and new and shiny. So this is my last stretch along the Warren River, I think. I'm going to climb up soon over into, I think it's Lefroy Brook, or Lefroy Brook. And follow that creek, so I'll climb over a watershed somewhere. I haven't had brekkie yet. I might stop for brekkie before the climb, I think. Well, I think it's a climb. It looks like a climb on my map. Wow, got some rural land. So, I wasn't expecting this. Obviously last time I was on the Mundabiddy through here, so I didn't see this. With that fog this morning, I thought it might have been a nice day, but it's staying a bit overcast at the moment. So I'm slowly making my way to a spot called I think it's called the Cascades. It's been a lot of short, sharp climbs today. So that's something I have to get used to once I leave Pemberton for a while. Still possibly easier than walking on sand. It does get the cardio minutes up a bit though. So I'm just off the track a little bit. I'm trying to find this spot called the Cascades. I guess it's down here. There's an old railway bridge I'm just crossing under. The problem with this side trip is it's a fair drop off the track. But anyway, it's only short, probably a couple hundred metres. So I'm down at the Cascades. Probably look better with a little bit more water. So this is Lefroy Brook, I think you pronounce it. I'm just heading back up towards the Bib now. 6 k's to the Gloucester Tree, which is on the Bib in the outskirts of Pemberton. Back on track, heading for the Gloucester Tree next. That little side trip's only short, but it is a little bit of a descent and climb. Probably better off leaving your pack up here. I could hear a heap of kids, so I wasn't keen on just dumping my pack, but it turns out the kids wouldn't have come up here. Must be time for morning smoko pretty soon, I'm thinking. Okay, I'm getting fairly close now, about 19 k's into the day. It's about 11:30, I think. I'm just climbing up now towards the Gloucester Tree, and then I'll drop down into Pemberton. I believe the Gloucester Tree is closed again, the actual climb. It was closed last time I came through. I did climb it back in probably the early 1980s. Probably a photo somewhere on my old blog of me on the Gloucester Tree with a mullet. The mullet's long gone. Now that. Alright, let's get up this climb, eh? Might have a rest at the top. So the climb out of Lefroy Brook, I think it is, maybe, up to the Gloucester Tree is eased off. This is very nice through here. The carry trees are beautiful. Yeah, so the Gloucester Tree is closed to climbing. I'm pretty sure back in the day it was a lot higher than that. I think the top's been lopped off in storms or something. They built like an adventure playground thing here though. So you can climb another tree. I think that girl there's pretty much at the top. Looks like there's rope swings and that kind of gear around. Alright. There's toilets up here too, and it looks like there's a little cafe there if you can't wait to get down to town. Pemberton 3 k's. I haven't seen a bin, but I'd imagine oh yeah, there's a bin over there if you use the cafe. Alright, let's wander down to the bright lights of Pemberton. The Pemberton locals are welcoming me to town. I'm staying at the motel near the pub, or the pub motel, but this is one of the other options in town. I've never stayed here. Okay, I've checked into my slightly funky room at the Pemberton pub. This is where I stayed last time. I noticed I haven't fixed the shower, it still floods the bathroom, but anyway, that's all good. I've had a shower, nice and comfy. Got my food drop box from the caravan, the tourist information. I'm just thinking that bed's looking good. But I'm going to go down for a counter meal first. I'm having a rest day tomorrow. I might try and get out on the tourist railway, like tramway, and do the tourist thing. Check it out. This little room is a bigger room than most of the ones at the pub here. But it's good if you. I mean, it's not that expensive. It's got a little outdoor area here, so I've got my shoes sitting outdoors. And this is covered, so you can actually have this open if it's raining and keep your gear dry. I'll dry my tent out there tomorrow, I guess. What the room doesn't have, it's got good rammed earth walls and everything. I remember this from last time though. Now I'm here. It doesn't have a microwave or a cooker. So that's a bit of a pain. It does have a spa though, so I might even make use of that later on. Who knows? All right, all good. I'll sign off soon. Tomorrow will be a rest day. Okay, day 21 of my Nobo bib walk. I've made it to the very comfortable Pemberton hotel. I've got my feet up. I've just been down for a counter meal. Life is suddenly very comfortable. Last night I was in a shelter in the rain all night. Tonight I'm clean. Clothes are clean. I've even picked up some clothes in the food drop, so I've got fresh clothes for the next leg. I walked about 22.5 k's today, and there's a lot of climbing in this section. I think it was over 850 metres, so there was a little bit in it. But I was in town by about 12:30. It wasn't particularly onerous. I did that side trip down to the Cascades too, so if you're in a bit of a hurry, you could give that a miss. It's a good track. Like, there was a bit of up and down, but there was sections too along old tramways and that were basically perfectly level. And then you climb up and you kind of zigzag your way up to the Gloucester Tree. So that's always nice. The forest on the way up to the Gloucester Tree from whatever the creek is, Lefroy Brook or whatever it is the Carry Forest is particularly nice too. All right, I'm in Pemberton now. I've got the rest of the walk kind of planned out because I'm kind of sorting my accommodation out around Anzac Day long weekend. So I've had to slow things down a little bit. So I'm going to have a rest day now in Collie. And there was a 40k day. I'm going to split it in half now, I think, and do 220s or something. I can't remember how I've done it, but I've had to push things back a couple of days so I can have a day off in Dwelling up to set myself up for that run into Perth. So all good, all sorted out for the rest of the walk. The body's feeling the best it's felt for probably 2 weeks. My back was almost right today. My leg was still twingy, especially going up steps, but it's getting better. It'll be right by the time I hobble out of here. I think I have got a 40k day somewhere between here and Donnelly River, unless I stealth camp it and make it 2:30s or something. We'll see how we go. All right, plan tomorrow, do the touristy stuff around Pemberton, so I'll give you a look around town. All right, take it easy. See you for day 22.